Welcome back to another video. You know what I'm saying? For y'all who don't know who I am, I'm Rampa, aka Rampa4real. Rampa4real, you know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna talk about signs women knows you're catching feelings, right? First of all, Jakes, you gotta know, right? This is the best fucking YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, female nature, right? And getting hunts, right? I'm in my 20s. I'm not an old dude, you know what I'm saying? Who's not, you know what I'm saying, who's not, you know what I'm saying, on the game. Bro, I'm on the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to hunts daily, I'm going on dates, right? I'm taking girls on walks and shit, right? And me, let me tell you something about me. I get bitch manana talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay chicks, you know what I'm saying, to be with me, bro. I get, you know what I'm saying, I get nice and tense, you know what I'm saying, without taking a cent, right? Because this is what these women deserve, bro. This is what they deserve, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women, they belong to the streets, right? So you gotta be woke. Bro. So this game, bro, right? It's gonna help you, bro. It's gonna help you. And I know it's gonna help you. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, where you are financially, right? How you look up front, right? Your appearances, the way you look, right? This is the best. This is just, you're at the right place. You're at the right spot. But anyways, let's get into it, right? Science and women know you're catching feelings, guys. You gotta understand, right? That was the longest one. You gotta understand, right? The moment you tell yourself, right, she's different. You know what I'm saying, she could do no harm, right? There's no way she's gonna pull away. There's no way she's gonna wise you, right? She's never gonna leave you. You're going to start, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna start treating you differently as a gent, right? Because of who you are, bro. And bro, this cannot be further from the truth, bro. You're lying to yourself, my G. Once you start telling yourself that she's gonna treat you differently because of who you are, bro. None of us are immune to this, bro. Especially when it comes to relationships, bro. There's a certain role you should play as a gent, and there's a certain role a hun must play in a relationship in order for that, you know what I'm saying, the relationship, you know what I'm saying, to even have a relationship from the fucking start, bro, from the fucking get-go, you know what I'm saying, and to actually, for it, the relationship actually to prolong, you know what I'm saying, for as long as it, you know what I'm saying, it should, right, for the rest of your days, right? There's actually the roles you gotta play in this relationship, right? And that dynamic has to be like that, has to stay like that, bro. And a lot of gens, they don't understand it, bro. The second you start seeing her different, right, you gotta understand this, bro. The moment you start seeing her different is the moment, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you see yourself different. It's the moment you see yourself different, right? Telling yourself, right, you can act however you want to, right? Because of who you are, because of you make a lot of money, because of you are this type of, you know what I'm saying, you are this height, right? This is the easiest way and fastest way to fuck up the relationship between you and the hun, right? It's actually a right way to do something and there's a wrong way to do something, my G, right? And in this video, right, I got two parts. I got two main parts. So you gotta have to stick it to the end to actually fucking understand this, right? And I'm gonna give you the 5 signs, right? 5 signs how a woman gonna know that you are catching feelings. You have to go on to stay, you know what I'm saying, up until the end to understand this shit, right? And I'm actually gonna explain you why this is a turn off, why showing you emotions, why catching feelings, and you know what I'm saying, women picking up that you are catching feelings, this is a turn off to them, right? I'm explaining it to you, my boy. So stick out to the end, right? You gotta understand, right? When it comes to women, right? These women who are easygoing, women who are fun, right? Typically, these type of women, right, who are fun to be with around, these women who are, you know what I'm saying, they're easygoing, right? They're typically very polite. They're mostly polite. They're slightly shy. You know what I'm saying? She's always shy and shit, right? She's easy to talk to. She's very easy to talk to, and getting to know her, it's so easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? She's very polite. It's a very polite chick, bro, and getting to know her is, you know what I'm saying, it's very, very easy, bro. So you feel very comfortable in this situation, bro. But you gotta understand, bro, these chicks, bro, they are not gonna be honest with you up front, bro. No one is, Right? No one is, unless you're really stupid. Unless you're really, really stupid, you're gonna be honest up front, bro. Especially when it comes to these hands, bro. A lot of these hands like faking shit. A lot of hands, you know what I'm saying, they put up a front because they have to. They're forced by society, you know what I'm saying. Really just social pressure, right? This is why women need a man. She needs someone to be a rock, to be, you know what I'm saying, a man. A man. You know what I'm saying? And these type of girls, bro, they're easy to talk to, bro. And naturally, right, when you start talking to these type of hands, bro, you have this, you know what I'm saying, you just have this thing of, you know, you drop your guard, right, and you start opening up, right? And this is a fucking turn off, James. This is a turn off, bro, because you're gonna start, you know, she's talking however you like because you think she's different. She's different. I'm sorry, bro, right? I'm sorry, bro. There ain't such thing as she's the different. There ain't such thing she's different, bro. They're all women. Just like we are all men, right? When we are talking to a woman, there's something that we want, right? When women talk to a man, there's something that they want, my G. There is no different one, right? The perfect one, y'all gonna meet up when you got your shit together and she has her shit together, right? And then y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all, you know what I'm saying, in a real way. In a real way. So like, okay, 3 reasons, right? 3 reasons why this is a turn off. This is why, you know what I'm saying, you showing your feelings, it's a mistake, right? And you showing a lot of interest in opening up your heart. Why is this a mistake? Why is this a mistake? You actually wanna understand this, right? So first of all, right, she's gonna tell herself, right, because you're showing a lot of interest, because you're dropping your guard, because of you, you know what I'm saying, you really, you know what I'm saying, showing your feelings towards this chick, right? She's gonna tell herself she's the best that you can do. These women are just like this, bro. Most women, you know what I'm saying, these women's, you gotta understand, women, bro, from the moment she wakes up, bro, all she cares about is herself. How her nails look, how her hair look, how her teeth look, how she smell, right? How people perceive her, right? Women are just narcissists, bro. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. They just all like this, bro. Literally, bro. They just all like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just have this bad bitch vibe to them, bro. And they all see themselves this way, bro. And they want just, you know what I'm saying? They want a particular man in their life, bro. Right? And there's a particular standard. If you want a beautiful hand, you know, there's that standard you gotta have as a man, right? For you to be able to stand out, so that that bad bitch can actually be a good bitch to you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain level, you know what I'm saying, of a particular man, you know what I'm saying, upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, bro. She's gonna tell herself, you know what I'm saying, she's too good for you because you have the need to show your, you know what I'm saying, your interest. You gotta understand, a G, right, an alpha, right, someone who gets a lot of chicks, right, he wouldn't have the need to show that much interest. He wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, the need, right, to show his feelings, right, because he understands that he knows how women work, right, and he has a lot of women, so he wouldn't be that stupid. Right? You will actually wait for her to show him interest. You know what I'm saying? This is how you attract women abundantly, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't take your cards, right, and just go all in. This is not how this shit works, right? And once you start showing so much interest, showing your feelings, you know what I'm saying, on your sleeve that fast, bro, she's naturally just gonna think she can do better. She's gonna do better and she's gonna look for a man who she can look up to. She can no longer look up to you, my G. She can no longer look up to you. This just is she's looking down at you at this point. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, bro. She thinks you're emotionally weak. She thinks you're emotionally weak. You gotta understand as a man, bro, you always gotta look strong. Even though it's hard, bro, you gotta look strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is always still like a stoic mind. You gotta have a stoic mind. You gotta really show strong. You gotta be strong. You know what I'm saying? External and internal, especially internal. A lot of women are attracted to internal strength. This is how I know. This is how I know this, right? This is how I know the game. Women are attracted to internal strength, not the outside world. This is why these beautiful hearts, they can get, you know what I'm saying, fall in love with these ugly ass dudes. These ugly ass dudes, bro. And you be like, how the fuck is he falling for that particular guy? You don't understand this. This guy is legally, you know what I'm saying? He's just a bad person, right? You don't get it. Women don't fall in love with how much money you got. They don't fall in love with you because of your appearances, right? That's not what attracts her. What attracts her is your internal strength, your internal fortitude, bro. And once you know what I'm saying, have the need to put your emotions in your interest, you know what I'm saying, showing a lot of interest up front, she can see that you're emotionally weak, you ain't strong, right? You ain't actually have that internal value, you ain't got patience, you ain't got, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got that strength, you know what I'm saying. You don't even have an abundant energy to you, bro. Like, this is what women want. Women want to see that you're actually, internally, you are a very strong, you know what I'm saying, person, bro. Right? You don't need no one's validation. This is what women fucking want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And once she sees that, you know what I'm saying, you're emotionally weak, she's really going to tell herself you can't protect her. You can't protect her because emotionally, you are weak. Emotionally, you are weak. So she's really going to tell herself you can't protect her, bro. You can't protect her, you ain't strong enough. You ain't strong enough, bro. You ain't got the balls, the guts to actually stand up for and you know, actually be strong, bro, and be a rock in her life. She can no longer look up to you at this point, my G. She can't. Reason number 3, bro. She gonna naturally assume that you don't get women at or above her level of attraction. She's just gonna assume it, bro. She's just gonna assume it. If you were with the 3, right, would you show a 3 a lot of interest, bro? Would you? Obviously you would not, bro. Obviously you would not, bro. So if you are a G, if you're a G and you want to show that chick that, you know, you get a lot of chicks up front without telling her you get a lot of chicks up front, right? You're not gonna show a lot of interest to even start with. This is why it's a mistake, because she's really gonna see that, she's just gonna assume, bro. You gotta understand, most of these women, right, they don't even care about real world. Women care about real world value, right? But what makes a woman stay longer in your life, right, in the long term, right, is her perceived value of you. How she perceives your value, bro. This is why you can sell these kinds of dream, bro, because all they care about is the motherfucking dream. And this is just the truth, bro, right? You, right, if you were a G, you wouldn't have that strong desire to actually show her commitment, to actually be committed to her that real quick, real fast. If you were a G, you wouldn't commit to a chick and show you emotions very quickly, right? If an interest, right? If you were a strong individual, if you were a G, if you were alpha, so to say, if you're a man of value, you wouldn't have the need to show it, bro, right? And this is why it's a mistake. This is why it's a turn up, because she's really gonna assume that he's telling me all this shit because I'm the best he can do, and she's gonna start looking down on you, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? The moment women look down on you, it's over, my G. It's over, my G. You know what I'm saying? It's over, my G. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the final part, the final and most important part of the video. So I got 5 signs why you know what I'm saying, why showing your feelings, right? You know what I'm saying? There's 5 signs she's gonna know that, right, you're catching feelings towards her. Damn, bro. I don't even know why I paused there. But anyway, first of all, right, first sign, right, is you desire intimacy more than her. You desiring intimacy from her, this is needy, and this is a turn off. A G wouldn't have the need to seek reassurance from a chick. He don't have the need to actually hold her hand. He wouldn't have the need to kiss her. He wouldn't have the need to want to sleep with her. She would be the one who wants to touch him. She would be the one who wants to kiss him. She would be the one who wants to sleep with him. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, she would be the one who's gonna, you know what I'm saying, come towards him and seek reassurance. The moment you seek reassurance, you're playing the role of the chick, of the female. You're twisting it, my G. Fucking backwards. And this is a turn off. This is a turn off, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're letting her wear the pants. This is not a role to play in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna treat you like shit, first of all, right? And just a matter of time she's gonna leave your ass. This is the first sign she knows that you catch feelings, bro. You caught feelings, bro. And this is how she's gonna know that, you know what I'm saying, you like her a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just like her a lot, and she's the best that you can do, bro. Right? And this actually, once you always the whole time showing, you know what I'm saying, seeking reassurance from her, wanting, you know what I'm saying, to be intimate with her more than she does, right? This just shows that her value is higher than yours. So she's always gonna tell us all that I can do better than you, right? I deserve better than this. That's what this chick's gonna tell us out, bro. And this is just the truth, bro. It's just the truth. So number two, bro. Number two, another sign that she knows you're catching feeling is you always checking in. You checking in if how she is doing, you know what I'm saying, and how her day is going, bro. You know what I'm saying, how her day was, bro. You doing this is also another form of seeking reassurance. Seeking reassurance if she's okay. Seeking reassurance, bro. You gotta understand, bro, this is not the mother of your kids, right? This is not the mother of your kids, my G, right? It's not your responsibility to make sure she's having a good day, especially if you're not there, my G. Especially if you're not there. This is not your job, bro. A lot of James like taking roles, you know what I'm saying? Playing roles in the female's life as if they're getting paid for this shit, bro. You ain't getting paid for this shit, my G. You ain't getting paid for this shit, bro. And you checking in, this shows a lot of high interest. Right? You gotta understand, bro, interest, right? When it comes to interest, bro, the more interest you give, the less leverage you have. Alright? The more interest you give, okay, say it with me. The more interest I give, the less leverage I have. Right? You want her to give you interest. You want her to give you more interest so that you can have the fucking leverage. You know what I'm saying? Leverage meaning wearing the pants, my G. You want to be the one, who's wearing the fucking pants, my G. So you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to give away all your leverage by showing her a lot of interest, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you showing a lot of interest, giving a woman a lot of leverage, right? Tells her that, you know what I'm saying, you have less leverage in this relationship, bro. So when she needs to bounce, she can bounce, bro. She knows that you gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these relationships, bro. Right? And you showing a lot of interest, right? You checking in, constantly checking in, how you doing, how you get. This just tells her you just never leave, bro. You're the bitch now. You're the bitch. You get what I'm saying, bro? You're the bitch. You leave just the pumping. Oh, how you doing? Are you okay? Bro, you're playing the wrong role, my G. This is why it's a turn off. You know what I'm saying, bro? Number 3, bro. Days without communication, right? Changes your emotions. You gotta understand, a lot of women, bro, they would use this type of technique, right? Not, you know what I'm saying, pulling away and really acting like they don't, you know, not showing a lot of interest, right? Especially when it comes to these texts. Women, you know what I'm saying, she would just stop texting you from out of nowhere. She wants to see, do you actually have the internal fortitude and strength, right, to be okay with that, bro? You understand, a G, right? A G wouldn't care if she texts him or not for a few days. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be needy in, you know what I'm saying, prioritize that chick in a way that he wants to know what he did wrong because she didn't text him for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually be a busy person. That's what a G does. A G's busy. You gotta actually show this honey you're busy. This is why she doesn't text you, bro. This is why she doesn't call you. She wants to see that, do I still have the leverage? This is why she wants to know, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Right? And you gotta understand, bro. If you're needy, you know what I'm saying, and you make a goal your priority, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is just a turn off for her, because she sees that she's the center of your whole world. And she, as a woman, understands that your dreams and your goals and your purpose should be, you know what I'm saying, your number one, you know what I'm saying, your number one goal, right? This is what you should prioritize. The moment you start prioritizing her, she's just gonna be a turn off for her, because she knows in the long run, shit is not gonna work out between the two of y'all. She knows this. She knows this, bro. This is why you gotta focus on your craft. This is the whole point why I made my YouTube channel, so that you guys can actually understand female nature, right? And take this knowledge, right? And to actually not only just attract hunts, but help you, you know what I'm saying, understand that actually I have to stay dedicated on my path, my G, right? You gotta understand this shit. Women don't want to be put first. They don't want to. Right? They don't want to. That's why she disrespects you, my G. She doesn't want to be the one who's on the pedestal. You're switching the roles, bro. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be the one who's looking up to you. You're the man. You're the one who's leading. You're the one who's getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who's getting the car. You're the one who's getting the keys for the house. You're the one, you know what I'm saying? You're the one who's supposed to build. She wants to see you do that. She wants to say you do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it's also a turn off, bro. This is why this is the turn, bro. When she start communicating with you, bro, and you feel the need, you know what I'm saying, you change emotionally you change, and you start asking, oh, what did I do? What can I do to make it right? What? Bro, you're playing, you know what I'm saying, you're playing the role of bitch. You're playing her role, my G, right? And you just giving her the pants, bro. You're just giving her the pants, bro. This is why women walk over you. You gotta understand, right? If she seeks reassurance from you, well, let me just stop right here. Let me just stop right here before I go on with this point, right? Just take it from a biological point of view, because I'm trying to hit it from different points so that you guys can actually understand it, right? Take it from a biological point of view, right? Just take, you know what I'm saying, our private parts, right? A female's private part and a male's private part. We as males, we got what? A penis, right? Females have a vagina. Give, receive. You know what I'm saying? Give, receive. She got to be at the receiving end, you are the giving end. You know what I'm saying? If she's, you know what I'm saying, if she's not the one who's you know what I'm saying, if you're not the one who's active, you know what I'm saying, pressing forward, right? And she's not, you know what I'm saying, you're the leader and she's the follower. You get what I'm saying? You're the leader and she's the follower. If she's not the one who's always seeking reassurance from you, you know what I'm saying, you actually ain't doing you ain't leading, bro. You ain't leading. You're not at the forefront at this situation. You're not the one who's being penetrated at life. You know what I'm saying? Getting the bag. You need to, you know what I'm saying, get the bag, and she should be the one who's trying to seek reassurance from you. Trying to kiss you, trying to touch you, trying to communicate with you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the one who's leading, my G. That's what it means to be a leader. The moment you start realigning your purpose, realigning, you know what I'm saying, your dreams and goals, and making it hers, yours, can you see that there's friction here, bro? There's friction here. This is why it's a turn off for a chick. She doesn't want to be the one who's leading the path. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the one who's leading the path, my G. It's your job. It's your job. It's your job, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? You cannot be the one who's seeking reassurance from her, bro. You're gonna lose that chick if you are the one who's seeking reassurance from her, my G. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. I'm trying to get you guys to actually understand this, bro. Like, actually, like, let that shit sink in, bro. Right? We as James, we feel good when she's the one kissing you, when she's the one who's touching you, when she's the one who's communicating with you. We feel good, right? You feel good. You know what I'm saying? This is not a turn off for us. This is a turn on. The moment you are the one, right? Trying to seek reassurance from her. You gotta understand, we are polar opposite from this woman. Give and receive. So then, if you are the one trying to seek reassurance from her, you know what I'm saying? This is a turn off for her. This is an ick. You get what I'm saying? She doesn't want this. Because you're not playing your manly role. You're not playing your role as a man. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's a turn off, bro. This is why you feel good when she is the one who's seeking reassurance from you. This is why, you know what I'm saying? This is why a woman should seek reassurance from you, my G. From the men. A lot of guys, they are blinded to this. They don't actually really understand this. Right? You just look at the pleasure. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you gotta actually control, right? You gotta have a good mindset when it comes to the woman. And so you gotta actually understand women to actually be able to propel forward in life, right? Because you gotta know what is a waste of time and what is not. You know what I'm saying? And a big waste of time is relationships, bro. You as a man cannot be focused on building a relationship, right? That is a woman's work, right? That's a woman's work. Your work as a man is to lead, to get the bag, to chase excellence. That's your job as a man, bro. So number 4, the fourth sign, she picks up that you're catching a lot of feelings, right? Is you are nervous to call her out on her behavior that you dislike. You know what I'm saying? And you're nervous to actually tell her, you know what I'm saying, your expectations from her behavior, how her, you know what I'm saying, how she should behave towards you. You gotta understand, if you're a king, right? If you have a queen, your queen should act in a particular way, right? If she comes into your castle, into your world, she's not gonna just get in and do whatever she fucking wants. She's gonna know that, hey, I'm the one who's wearing the pants here, and you're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna act in a particular way, right? This is my castle. This is what I built, right? You're welcome to get in, but you gotta, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain way you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you gotta move. You know what I'm saying? If you're nervous to tell a chick you don't like this from her, you don't like this particular behavior, this just tells her, bro, that you ain't strong enough, and you're scared to fucking lose her. You know what I'm saying? You're actually scared to lose her. And what she thinks, what a woman thinks when she sees that you just put up with any behavior, you know what I'm saying, bad or good attitude, bro, she thinks that you have no backbone. You have no backbone, you have no spine, right? And you lost your ability to lead. You don't even have the ability to. She doesn't no longer trust your masculinity, bro. Right? She no longer actually fucking trust it, bro. She doesn't trust you as a man. She doesn't trust you, bro. It's just how it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Going to number 5, right? And this is the 5th and last sign, is that you're nervous. If you're nervous to call a woman out on behavior that you don't like, you don't like from her. You know what I'm saying? And your expectation towards how she should behave, right? This tells her that you are scared to let her go. You don't have the guts. You ain't got the balls to actually let her go. To actually show her the way to say, you know what, you can go. Just fucking leave. It's, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can actually lead, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should show her that you can lead. There's certain behavior. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys, right? There's a certain way. There's a way to do something right, and there's a way to do something wrong, bro. Right? If she doesn't know that you have the ability to leave her, she will never respect you, bro. Never respect. I'm telling you, bro. If she doesn't know that you have the ability to fucking leave her, to really leave her, bro, she will never respect you. Never respect you. You hear what I'm fucking saying, bro? She'll never respect you, my G. You know what I'm saying? She'll never respect you. Right? The more feelings you catch, the less she's gonna have for you. And if you understand, if you want to understand women, right, better, bro, and you want to fast track, you know what I'm saying? Because I can really talk about female nature all day, bro, all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the field, right, and I'm learning new shit each and every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her, bro. Like I'm in my 20s now. Yeah, yeah, I'm saying I'm in my 20s now, bro, and I can see the field, you know what I'm saying, clear as day. Clear as day, bro. I've gotten women twice my age, you know what I'm saying? My age, right, bro. Female nature is female nature, my G. Female nature is female nature, and in my program, bro, you will be able to, if you understand these, you know what I'm saying, these concepts and topics that I have in my program, you'll be actually be able to excel when it comes to these women. You'll be able to attract you know what I'm saying, that woman that you want in your life, bro, because then you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't flop this time. You wouldn't actually flop this time. You'll actually see what is actually going on the field, my G. A lot of guys, they're actually blinded. They don't actually even fucking see the field. They don't even see the field. Most of you guys I know, y'all on the fucking, you know what I'm saying, y'all not even on the field. Y'all in the stadium day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a fan of the fucking game, bro. You gotta actually get in the game if you want chicks, bro. You actually have to get in the game if you want chicks, bro. So if you wanna, you know what I'm saying, if you wanna learn and understand the, you know what I'm saying, the language of women and how women move, right? And how to actually attract a female, right? At any age, any height, any income. It doesn't matter, bro, if you're tall, black, handsome, ugly, white, pink, blue, purple, fucking fat, skinny. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. It's just female nature, bro. This is what they respond to, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit took me a lot of years to understand, a lot of books to read, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of heartbreak. And I'm still putting my heart on the line, bro, because I actually developed a stoic mind. You know what I'm saying? I developed this level of coldness to actually, you know, have the ability to let women go, right? So now you know what I'm saying, I'm basically unstoppable, bro. I'm inevitable, bro. I'm inevitable, bro. For real, for real. Shit. When it comes to this woman, bro, I see it for what it is, bro. And I think this is why, you know what I'm saying, I have the ability to attract her. So if you want to understand this, bro, make sure you DM me on Instagram, bro. If you want to become inevitable when it comes to these hunts. If you want to attract women abundantly, you know what I'm saying? Because on my channel, I'll be focused on really on becoming the best version of ourselves, right? And I'm trying to give y'all guys as much value as I can through these videos, right? And really get into the specifics, right? So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and if you want to work one-on-one with me, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. So I'll see y'all on the next video.